Hi, my name is Mauricio. I'm the in-country coordinator for Mexico.
Hi everyone, my name is Mich and I'm from Madagascar, the island, not the movie, and I'm the program coordinator in Madagascar.
So tell me, for you, what's the most rewarding aspect of your work?
Wow. Being on a mission, first of all, is something that is really important for me, and something rewarding to me is that after missions, when you see patients smiling and you really understand that they get that new hope to live again. And for example, in Madagascar, earlier this year, we had 62 years old patient that got a lip fixed. He just came out and looked at the mirror and he poured out. Like, that's something special. And looking at those patients having new hope for their lives, that's just heart melting. Yeah.
It's funny that you say that, because even though the charisma of Operation Smile goes a lot for the kids, for me the most touching moments, it's when we do surgeries on teenagers or grown-ups as well. Because a kid, we're giving them the opportunity to live a life that is not going to be discriminated or pointed, or they're going to have a surgery, they're going to look fine, they're going to sound fine, so everything's going to be good. But when you treat someone that's older, that they already has passed through all of these things, there's a patient that I remember from Mexico. It was an old lady she was 76 years old, a primary lip, meaning that she had never received any surgery.
Yeah.
So I told to myself, asked to myself, why is it that she's here, 76 years old? Yeah. Imagine, for 76 years, all the things that she heard, all of the things that she saw, all of the things that she lived, and yet she got married. She had a husband. She had kids. She had grandkids. But still, all the things that she passed through, it was I don't know. It kept me wondering, why is she here? Why bother
now?
To get a surgery until now, right? The average age in Mexico is around 72, so she was above the average. She got selected, and while she was in her room, I was I couldn't handle curiosity, and I was like, ma'am, why is that you are want the surgery? You passed 76 years, there's nothing that you can hear, or there's nothing that they can do to you that you already don't know and wouldn't affect you. So why is that? You got a family, you got married, you're here in a mission, surrounded of little kids that are going to be crying. You passed through screening for several hours. You're going to stay a night here at the hospital for post-op. Why? And she told me, because I have a dream, two dreams before I die, that I want to make them come true. One is to wear a lipstick, and two is to kiss my husband.
Wow.
And my heart melted. It was can you imagine 76 years of your life? Life deny you kissing the person that you love the most, or doing something that is a daily thing to do for girls, which is wearing a lipstick. You might not value it that way, but for her, it was her dream. So, those kind of stories are the ones that are heartbreaking. And sometimes you think that you do the surgeries just to close a cleft, but it goes way beyond. There's a story behind that closure, and I don't know. It makes me.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are more stories behind that are touching, but there are many, and Operation Smile right now is doing an amazing job in Mexico and all over the world, I guess. Yeah. So.
So what's something that you think that people should know about Operation Smile?
Operation Smile, right in Madagascar, not many people know Operation Smile because they used to compare Operation Smile with other organizations. But then I think what people should know globally is Operation Smile is not only in one country, not only in Madagascar or Mexico. They are everywhere, and even if they don't have mission, a daily based mission in Italy or in Australia, they are there, and they are working so hard for kids in Africa, in Latin America, in China, in India. But people should know that Operation Smile is everywhere, and they are doing something incredible. Yeah.
I know, right? And you know what? I'm gonna be humble with this, but we make it look so easy that I wish that people can see way above only the missions and the immediate results of a surgery. It's a complexity of a huge worldwide team that gathers all of their efforts and knowledge so that we can actually create what Operation Smile is. It's not only us as an being operative or coordinating things, but fundraisers, donors, a lot of partnerships that we have. So I can bet that there's thousands of people involved.
And also not only that, I think the medical volunteers, because they are leaving their place, their country, to go to another country that they don't know anything, they don't know the cultural way the people live there, but they just leave and say, okay, I'm gonna go to Madagascar for a mission, for a week mission, and that's a week mission.
It is.
And they just give their time, their love to people, and that's amazing. Yeah.
True. Yeah. I think that's the thing that most of people cannot see. These people are taking their holidays, or they're paying back at their work so they can actually go to a mission to help people without getting paid. Yeah. And that's awesome. Yeah. I think that's a good reflection that there's good people in the world.
Yeah. And with Operation Smile, they have that bonding. I don't know how to express it, but that bonding, that love that they really feel together. So we are a team that comes from different countries, but we are one team. You are from Mexico, I'm from Madagascar, and we are here right now.
We're a family.
Yeah, we are a big family.
Have you ever felt challenged in a mission?
Yes. On a mission every day, when you wake up, you will be like, I will do this. But you will definitely have different challenges during the day, but you won't know anything, and then on screening days, you won't know anything. You think everything goes smoothly. You go for OR setup and you just realize that your regulators is not matching to the hospital regulators. So on that time, what should you think of? So
what do you do? How do you overcome those challenges?
You just stress down, first of all, and sit and talk with your teammate, whoever is working with next to you, and think of what's the best plan to do and what is the best solution. On that case, what we had to buy regulators in country, which is expensive, but we had to deal with it. And that too was a Sunday, so the shop were not open. First of all, the shops were not open. Second, the site was not in the capital, but the site was 9 hours drive from the capital. So you could imagine next day will be surgery, and you have to tell that to your entire team that we don't have regulators right now. And what we had to call someone in the capital in Antananarivo, and they had to do their best to get that 6 regulators. And we had to send it through a car overnight by car, and wake up at 4 a.m. next morning, go pick it up from the bus station and fixed it at the hospital theater. And then the entire team did not know that we had that problem. So
it's behind the scenes.
Yeah, and you could imagine the stress you have overnight.
Of course.
Not sleeping and thinking that will it come here on time or no. So there are many challenges during mission, but you just have to deal with it. And I think we as program coordinators, we know best what to do.
Coordinators, we do whatever it takes so the mission goes on, right?
Yeah. What about you? Tell me some challenges.
There's a lot of logistical challenges, as you said, but I would say one is internally. You gotta deal with a lot of feelings and frustration. I don't know, each mission, when we're doing screening and once we finish and we do the patient announcement, it's really hard to tell someone that they're not getting a surgery. Yeah. And it's even harder when you know the story behind those people. They traveled for more than 40 hours and they had to walk from those 40 hours at least 10 to get to a bus station, and then from the bus station another 10, and so on. So that's dealing with frustration is, I think, one of the main challenges, because you gotta think wise, and you gotta try to convert or use that feeling in a positive way. So I use it as motivation. Like, this is the reason why we gotta come back next year. This is the reason why we gotta do more kids. This is the reason why we gotta do more volunteer recruitment. This is the reason why we gotta do more fundraising, because we cannot say no to them. For me, I prefer, instead of saying no, like, it's gonna be not this year, but next one.
When they come next year, will they be prioritized? Do you get track on?
Yes, we do. We got like a return system for patients. We try to be fair with the global standards regarding like the priorities. But usually the people that we say no, that they were supposed to be candidates, it's because there's no space. So every time that we come back and the backlog of patients is getting lower and lower, it helps us. Like, it's just like a magical thing that happens. Like, even though you don't have the certainty that he's going to get into the schedule, he gets in the schedule. I think that there's like a certain magic or a power behind everything that moves Operation Smile and makes things to happen.
And you are the voice of those patients also, I guess. Like, you will fight so that they can get surgery that time.
And a good quality, safe surgery.
Definitely. That's Operation Smile.
That's Operation Smile.
Yeah, my last question, I guess, what is it like working with people with such a diverse backgrounds, both professionally and culturally, with local volunteers and international volunteers?
It's awesome. I think that it's easy to believe that a different thing could be wrong or could be bad, but we like to believe that different means that we can like get better, improve, learn, teach, and different backgrounds, different nationalities, different cultures makes it. Like, maybe I'm good at one thing, but you could be better at another thing. Or maybe I see one side of the coin, but I'm not seeing the other side of the coin that you're going to be seeing. And that's something that Operation Smile offers to our volunteers as well, that gets reflected to the care that we offer to the patients, which is like such a diversity of knowledge as well, makes these things like richer. It makes them more professional. It makes them, I don't know, it's like magical. Even though we got different backgrounds, different cultures, different ways of seeing things, we're here for one common thing, patients. And if we remind that, like, to the volunteers, if we remember that as coordinators, like, everything's going to start like flowing smoothly, and everything's going to start like working like a perfect machine.
That reminds me, we were talking about it earlier. We are a family, and even though we have a team from everywhere, we all are here for patients.
True.
And that's the priority one for all of us, is safety of our patients.
Safety, always. And you know what? I think one of the visions that we try to reflect in Mexico is that we believe that Operation Smile is different to other health nonprofits, other health systems, because we believe in dignifying the treatment in a hospital, as well as making it human. It's not only a technical thing. It's a good experience that they're gonna have for the rest of their life. Either they are gonna be scared forever, and once you need them to come back to the hospital, they don't want to, or they're gonna have such a good experience, they're gonna be there forever. I had one anecdote as well. We were working in a mission site that is called Monterrey. We have a partnership agreement with a hospital that is private, and the hospital is beautiful, like really, really beautiful.
Is that a government hospital?
It is a private hospital.
Okay.
It's from, its name is Christus Muguerza. It's a very beautiful hospital. And when we were receiving the kids for Monday, which was the first day of surgery, one of the kids told the mom, like, "Mom, this is such a beautiful hotel." He thought it was in a hotel instead of a hospital. And that kind of experience is the ones that we try to like have more often in our patients. So such that it's like an experience, a good experience, like Child Life. Child Life is just like a thing that makes us different. It's a station in which they're going to be there previous to their surgery. We're going to start like playing with them, like teaching them how's the anesthesia process gonna be, like the masks, the Jacksons, and everything. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
It marks a difference.
Yeah, and also I think when we are talking about that, I remember, for us, we transport patients. So patient from 200 kilometers, we have to get them, and we have to arrange for bus for them, or at least we will reimburse them the bus ticket, but then we have to get them on site. So we make sure they should be with us because we want them to get the surgery. And we have patient villages also, so that they come from far, so they will be with us for the surgery until post-op. We give them house, we give them food, and that, I think that makes us different with other organizations, because we just give them everything, and they should feel like home. Operation Smile is a family, a home, and that makes us different.
Making it more human and dignifying, right? Is there any cultural challenges that you got in your country regarding like the culture of your country and the way we do things, like technology, medicine, volunteers from all over the world?
Not that much, because right now Madagascar is open to not new culture, but we don't definitely have culture barrier. We have some region that do not know yet how we work with technologies, how we work with phone, and we also give them the chance to teach them when they are at the patient village. We teach them how to use toilets, because sometimes they do not even know how to use toilet, how to use bathroom. So the first day they come on site, we definitely teach them this is a place called toilet. So whenever you want to go, you go inside, you close the door. You have to close the door. You don't do it anywhere, but you close the door. This is a shower booth, so you have to go inside, take a shower, and we have to teach them this is a garbage, because they don't use garbage in their village. They have to know, okay, we have to throw things here. Definitely they will not know it on the first day, but we keep on track so that they follow it during the week.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. In Mexico, we got a mission site that is in the south of Mexico, and 90% of our patients are indigenous patients. So the first thing is, like, they don't speak Spanish. They speak their language, their native language, indigenous language. So we gotta have translators from all of those indigenous languages from the region into Spanish, and then from Spanish to English. And the funny thing is, like, in their culture, going to a hospital is such a difficult thing that most of the people that they go to a hospital is because they're really bad, in a really, really bad health condition. So most of them, like, they die. So they associate hospital with death. That's so that the hospital is just besides a graveyard. So it's like an indigenous thing. So when we started working in that mission site, it was hard for us to convince the indigenous communities to go to a hospital to get a surgery, because they were afraid. They thought that, one, that we were going to kidnap their kids, or two, that the kids were going to die. And then it took us just one case of success. One kid, one mom, that she was desperate to get a surgery. And she escaped from her village at night. She brought her kid to the mission site. We did the surgery. It was a cleft lip. The transformation in her face was amazing. When she came back to her community, more kids and more kids, more parents and more parents started, like, going out, like, hey, you were the ones that did the surgery to this kid? So it became like a domino effect. Currently, we've done missions there for almost like 10 years, and it's one of our strongest sites. And we feel really fortunate to have gained the trust of indigenous communities in Mexico.
I think one idea that you can have also is taking those patients who got surgery to a new group of patients that are getting surgery, and let them talk. Let the family, let the mom talk to the new patient, saying that we went to the hospital, this is what happened, we did not get kidnapped, our son is still alive, and look at the new smile he's getting. And I think we have different ways of working, but we all are here for the same reason, and that's patient.
We're changing lives. one smile at a time.
Well, thank you, Mauricio.
Thank you, Mitch.
Hey guys, I'm Allie. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to our channel. We're here every other week with Behind the Smiles, and thank you so much for watching.